Hi, this is Rick. Welcome back. This is Unit 3, and I want to finish up a discussion that we kind of started earlier when we started introducing loops. We introduced the while loop, but there are really three types of loops in C. There is a while loop, a do loop or a do while loop, and a for loop. And they're all very important for different reasons. So the first thing I'm going to show you is kind of a formal definition of a while loop. We've got a count here. The counter is 0. And a while loop is a loop in which the condition is checked at the top of the loop. This kind of loop is called a pre-checked loop. The looping condition is checked at the top of the loop, which means that the loop will loop 0 or more times. So we're going to print out that we're going to be in a while loop. And we're saying while count is less than 10, print count and then increment it. So we've seen this kind of thing before. This is just so I don't have to drop down another line and say count plus plus after I just print the count. Now I'm going to print two lines. So this will print 0 through 9. Now count, when we come out of this loop, is going to be 10. Keep that in mind. So a while loop, pretty simple. Checks the condition before the loop is entered. The do loop, on the other hand, is a post-checked loop. The condition is checked at the bottom of the loop. That means that a do loop will always execute its statements one time. It'll loop one or more times. So here we're printing out that we're going to be in a do loop. Now remember, count at the time that we drop out of the while loop is 10. So if we say do printf the integer count plus plus while count is less than 10, what will happen is it will go ahead and print 10, check to see if count is less than 10. Well, now it's 11, so it's not less than 10, and drop out of the loop. So again, while loop condition is checked before the loop executes. A do loop condition is checked after the loop executes. That means that if you want the body of the loop to never execute unless the condition is true, use a while loop. The body of a do loop will always execute at least once, no matter if the condition is true or false. The third type of loop is a for loop. Now, for loop has three parts in parentheses after the for. So we have for, and then we have this odd-looking thing here. The three parts are an initialization, int I equals 0. In other words, we're setting an integer to 0. It can be really any type we want it to be. Then we're checking the condition. The loop will execute while this condition is true. So again, we want to count here from 0 through 9. And then I++ is called the increment, how to change the value of the counter. Now this could be I plus equals 97. It really doesn't matter. As long as the condition is true, then the loop will continue to execute. We're printing out, again, the integer value of I each time. So this loop will execute while I is 0 through 9. So let's go ahead and run these three loops, the while loop, the do loop, and the for loop. I'm sorry, I've got a bunch of stuff here. Okay, so this is, we want to make loops, and then we want to run loops. There we go. So we have a while loop counting from 0 through 9, and now the do loop hits that. It gets 10. It's saying do this while the count is less than 10, but it goes ahead and prints it anyway. And then the for loop just goes ahead and prints 0 through 9 again.